So Antonio Brown goes to the Patriots. I mean, what did you expect? But look at this. I do not shake. I am not worried because I know beating New England Patriots with Antonio Brown this year is only going to be that much sweeter. New England, get ready because we're going to double moonwalk that ass. What a move by Howie Roseman. Whoa! Dallas still stinks. You're ready to win. Kick back here, and we are less than 24 hours away from Redskins Eagles. Are you ready? Are you ready? It's going to be a long Saturday night because I cannot wait for tomorrow. Remember, I will be live streaming that. Now, before I get into this, Antonio Brown, I don't even know, insanity. We got some Eagles stuff that we need to talk about. The first thing is this. Jordan Reed, the tight end of the Washington Redskins, is out tomorrow. He's out. And that's a big loss for the Redskins. Yes, they still have Vernon Davis, but he's an older tight end. And Jordan Reed, in my opinion, is one of the Redskins' best players. He's out, and I think that's going to hurt them even more tomorrow. So it is what it is. Oh, well, for the Redskins. Now, the other thing that happened with the Eagles today is they restructured Alshon Jeffery's contract. And I love this move because one of the things I have said in previous videos was I was concerned that Alshon Jeffery would not be back next year because he had I think it was like a $13 million cap hit. He had no real guaranteed money, and he would have been really the one guy who made the most sense to get rid of in order to have additional cap flexibility. He gets his money guaranteed. I think it's like $11.75 million this year's guaranteed and like $12 million next year. So this is going to create cap space for the Eagles. How much cap space? I'm not sure. I really am not sure. That they haven't gave the details of it yet. But if I have to guess, I'm going to say somewhere between $8 to $10 million of cap space. Last I checked, which was last week, the Eagles had about $7.8 million in cap space for 2020. So you figure maybe another $10 million. All of a sudden, the Eagles have about $16, $17 million in cap space. I'm just guessing. But the important thing is you're keeping Alshon Jeffery next year. The money is now guaranteed for him. He feels good. He feels secure about this year, about next year. He's got guaranteed money. And he goes out and he has a huge year. I expect a big year from Alshon Jeffery. I do. Like I've said before, I think he's going to have 80 catches. And I know 80 catches is a lot in this offense because of the amount of weapons. I just got this feeling he's going to have a big year, man. I'm really pumped for Alshon Jeffery. And I do think that Deshaun Jackson on the other side is a big deal for him and will open up things. I'm excited about this move. This is a great move by the Eagles to make sure that you take care of Alshon, you get some cap flexibility, and you know what? We're ready to go for this year. We're ready to go next year. Great way to start this whole season off right before the first game. Get Alshon Jeffery taken care of. I love this move. I approve of it. Let's talk about this Antonio Brown insanity, and that's what it is. Insanity. It's been a crazy few weeks. It ended today when the Raiders cut him. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably going, oh my gosh, he's in New England. He's with Tom Brady. How could this happen? Tom Brady, Antonio Brown, Josh Gordon. This is crazy. This is insane. The Patriots are only better. They are only better now, and you're right, they are. But what did you think was going to happen when he got cut? There was only one team that was going to sign him, and that was the Patriots. Because with Belichick and Brady, that's pretty much the only team in the only locker room that may be able to handle him. And I'll tell you this, the Eagles locker room could have handled him. Okay, the Eagles don't need Antonio Brown. They didn't need him. Okay, we didn't need him, but he would have needed the Eagles. He needed the Eagles. He needed the Patriots. He needed the right fit. It was his only chance. And to me, when you look at him going to the New England Patriots, it's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing that makes sense. I said this the other day. The Patriots are the team where he's going to land because he can't come in and talk to Belichick the way he talked to Mayock or Gruden. He can't talk to Tom Brady the way he would talk to somebody else. You can't do it. That team's won too much. It's the only logical place for Antonio Brown to go. It really is. Now, he gets cut today because basically what the Raiders did was they said, okay, you know what? You can come back week 1 and play, but we're fining you for all this stuff. It's going to be like over $200,000 worth of fines. And you know what? That null and voids all your guaranteed money. Well, as soon as they voided his guaranteed money, he ain't going to want to play for him, okay? Because all his money was tied up in guaranteed money. It was like a weekly, it was basically in his base salary, and it would have come up to like $14 million this year. So when the Raiders signed Antonio Brown, they made sure not to give him a signing bonus, no upfront money, and they made sure that they could cut him and it would not go up against their cap. So they kind of protected themselves, and they tied all his guaranteed money into basically his base salary, so he had to play every week. Now, once they voided all that guaranteed money, Antonio Brown, for all intents and purposes, became a weekly player. Okay, he became a weekly player. He had no guaranteed money, and it wasn't going to work after that. So, of course, he asked for his release. Raiders, they're probably just sick of it. They get rid of him. He becomes a free agent. I think it was 4 p.m. Eastern. He became an official free agent, and it didn't take more than like 15, 20 minutes, and he's a New England Patriot. And I'm not surprised at all. And I expect this. Now you have to think, the New England Patriots, Super Bowl champions, been to the last 3 Super Bowls. They got Josh Gordon back. They got him back. There's even talk that Gronk may come back at the end of the year. Who knows? But all I know is New England's stocked. They got a lot of firepower, a lot of weapons, and they are definitely the favorites in the AFC. Now, with that said, I do not shake over New England. I tell you this, we will double moonwalk that ass twice this year. Twice. Antonio Brown doesn't scare me. He doesn't scare me. I'll bleach his mustache for him. Okay? I'm ready for this team. I knew he was going to New England. It only makes me hate New England more. Okay? They're only that much better. And it'll be that much sweeter in the Super Bowl when we beat them. When we beat them. Because that's what's going to happen. I ain't playing with this team. I mean, he signs a 1-year deal. He gets, I think it's $15 million total, $9 million guaranteed. He comes out pretty good. Okay, for all the stuff that he did, he comes out pretty good. And of course he goes to New England. Now, I had another video I was uploading when the news broke that he was basically going to New England. And in that video, I was saying, like, Antonio Brown needs a good locker room, and he's going to wind up in New England. Maybe an outside chance with Kansas City. Keep him the hell away from the Eagles. That was basically what I was saying. And even though I was saying a locker room like the Eagles would actually help Antonio Brown, but it wouldn't help the Eagles. Him going to New England, same thing. But I think with Belichick and with Brady, he's not going to be able to say much. What's he going to be able to say? You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I love it because I want to beat the best. And they're going to wind up in the Super Bowl for the 4th straight year. And we're going to go right in there and double moonwalk that ass. And that's all I can say about this. I don't sweat the New England Patriots. I don't sweat Tom Brady. I don't sweat Antonio Brown. I don't sweat Josh Gordon. I'm ready to double moonwalk that team's ass. They can't handle us again. And they're going to get us. They're going to get us. And we're coming for them. We're coming. You know, give me Alshon Jeffery, Deshaun Jackson, Nelson. Give me guys who care about each other, who play for the team. I like the situation the Eagles are in. New England, they got a 45-year-old quarterback, whatever old he is. They don't have many years left. They got to go for it right now. And what do they get? They get a top 3 wide receiver, no doubt. But I'm not scared of them. Not scared of them in the least. And I'm going to say this. The only logical place for Antonio Brown to have gone after the Raiders cut him was New England. So this is no surprise. This was where it was going to be and how it was going to happen. So it is what it is. He is now a New England Patriot. And you know what? Tomorrow, the Eagles play the Redskins week 1. That's all I care about. You know, what's interesting about the New England thing is I wish they were playing Pittsburgh week 2. Because they play Pittsburgh tomorrow, he's not eligible to play. You know, it would have been cool if he was able to play against Pittsburgh. That would have been really cool. But Antonio Brown, he's in New England. And this whole thing and everything he goes through, it may be far from over. But my guess is he's playing on a 1-year deal. He's going to be on his best behavior. He's going to go out and have 100-plus catches and have a great year. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm glad the Eagles stayed away from him, to be honest with you. And I'm sure you guys are too. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.